Well, I think a Christmas tree has to have a toy train underneath it, otherwise it just isn't quite Christmas.
During the holidays, it's a place to come to see Holiday Junction. It really draws in a lot of people, and especially small children.
This year, it's the 15th year that we've continued that, and we'll be in our large changing exhibit hall, so it's bigger than ever this year.
There's this fascination with trains, and model trains in particular.
All aboard! We're here in a train station, and I can't think of a better connection for the Cincinnati Museum Center than to have Holiday Junction and trains.
It takes roughly a week of just man labor to move all our products, sets, and props into this hall. Approximately 2 to 3 weeks of setup time. We have 3 contract workers that we typically use for exhibits like this. They've been working on Holiday Junction now for 12 to 15 years, depending on which one we're talking about. And a great bunch of guys. They enjoy doing Holiday Junction. It gives them a little freedom, creativity.
I've been working at Holiday Junction for about 5 years now with my husband. My job is to detail, paint, fix anything that's broken, and try to fill in all the gaps and relay like the grass and fix all the animals that are broken, and just touch everything, make it look pretty for Holiday Junction.
We have one man who's been with us. I think Leon's been here for a dozen years at least.
But it is the electronics or the electrical part of it, as far as, wiring it up, because it's all, a major part of it's all done underneath, and once they get the layout put together, why, you got to connect all the wires, and it's a challenge, just to know where it goes and try to remember it from one year to the next, because there's no prints or anything on it at all.
Lighting is a very important part of this exhibit. It gives a lot of theatrical feel to it, changes the environment. The lighting really changes the feel that the people will come across when they enter our exhibit.
It's those train collectors. For me, that's the backbone of Holiday Junction.
Our collectors were brought into this exhibit years and years ago when it was first started. They're just interested in showing the public what is out there for collectible and interested in showing off their own collections.
You're standing here, people will come up and say, is this your display? And you say, yes it is, and then they have a lot of questions, and I really enjoy answering them.
For the model railroad collectors, for them this is their big hobby, and for several of them it's their life. They've been collectors, several of them, for 40 or 50 years.
The Greater Cincinnati Garden Railway Society was formed for people who enjoy G-scale trains.
A great organization, great group. They come in, volunteer their time.
We usually get it completed in 2 Saturdays. It takes approximately 20 to 25 people per Saturday to get it set up. And it's just to get people to enjoy the Christmas season and possibly promote the hobby of model railroading.
We have a lot of return customers that come in every year to see the changes. We've got 2 new layouts that are going to be here this year.
The biggest enjoyment that the kids like about this layout is it's basically a toy train layout. It's not a scale model or anything of that sort. It's just, to have fun on it. We have the camera train that goes around with one of the freight trains, and the people like to see themselves on television, is all, on the camera.
It's those behind-the-scenes people that have really built this exhibit into what it is today and have maintained this.
One aspect of Holiday Junction every year is training our volunteers. We first start by making sure that they have their recertification on our kid-sized train.
And not only volunteers in guiding visitors into the space, but also those volunteers that are here every day, 7 days a week. And they come back every year faithfully and keep this going and build on it. It changes, and it has changed every year because of this loyal group of volunteers.
And our volunteers are very excited to be part of this exhibit year after year after year.
And there's the automatic milk car with the guy that...
This year is very special for us because every weekend this coming year there will be special programs about collecting model trains, restoring model trains, building railroad layouts.
which I think is going to add a very important educational component to Holiday Junction, something we've not been able to do before.
Gosh, for the kids, so we have Santa and crafts and story time. So I think it's equal. I think everyone loves it, no matter what your age.
And the other interesting thing is to see little kids, and I'm talking 2, 3, 4-year-olds, who I'm sure have not seen many trains, and they're absolutely fascinated. They can't wait to play with them, you know, and they just ooh and ah as they go through this whole thing. So there is something about the connection that's made with us as human beings when we see toy trains.